So the last poetry book we're looking at this week is called African Animals ABC by Philippa Alice Brown, and I've chosen this book for two reasons. One, it has some really beautiful artwork in it, and we're going to do some work, some art ourselves based on this, and because it has some really lovely poetry. This book uses words in a really lovely way. Ant bear naps. Bush baby blinks. Crocodile snaps. Dassie drinks. Have you noticed how the words rhyme? I notice that there are rhymes at the end of the words. So we have naps rhyming with snaps, and blinks rhyming with drinks. Let's see the rest. Elephant lumbers. Frog leaps. Giraffe dozes. Hippo sleeps. Impala grazes. Jackal prowls. Kingfisher dives. Lion growls. Monkey chatters. Nyala shivers. Ostrich dances. Porcupine quivers. Quail scuttles. Rhino stomps. Secretary bird stretches. Tortoise chomps. Hoo-hoo hums. Vulture mutters. Warthog charges. Zoonomoth flutters. Yellow-billed kite soars in the sky. Zebra watches the world go by. And that is the end of the poetry. But another lovely thing about this book is it has a non-fiction part at the end. All of those animals in the book I can find out about by reading here. And something that's quite surprising, it says here about the crocodile. They feed off a variety of matter, that's a mixture, from weed to insects, fish, and even other crocodiles. Now, if crocodiles eat weeds, that means they eat plants as well as animals. So if they're not carnivores, they're omnivores. I never knew that. And the other really beautiful thing about this book is that the words they chose, they don't just rhyme, they're also they really paint a picture. So Philippa Alice Brown, she's chosen some really lovely verbs. Now, here are two animals, and both of their verbs about how they move along. But elephant, he doesn't walk, it lumbers. And that's a very slow, heavy way of walking, which is just like how an elephant would walk. And frog doesn't walk either. Frog leaps, which is a quick, light way of moving. Some other good ways of moving around here. Kingfisher dives. It's another fast way of moving. And porcupine quivers. It's quivering, shivering, kind of like shivering. Quail scuttles. That's a really great verb. If you're scuttling, it's a bit quick, little steps way of moving. But rhino is another heavy animal. He stomps. It's a very noisy, heavy way of moving. So for our last poetry challenge this week, we are going to make some rhyming pairs. So we're going to think of an animal and think about the way it moves. And on the newsletter, there is a list of animal movement verbs that you can use to help. I'm going to have a quick look. Right, I had a look, and two verbs which I really liked and I want to use are nod and plod, which is a slow way of walking. Now I was thinking about nodding. Sometimes you nod when you're falling asleep. So I was thinking of a sleepy animal. And what about a sloth? Because they're very dozy. So we're going to have a sloth that nods. And I think an elephant could plod. And I'm going to have two more animals as well that are moving, but I don't think they need to rhyme. So let's see. I know, I'm going to have a rabbit that hops and a hare that chases. So, rabbit hops, elephant plods. Hare chases, sloth nods. So that was simple. I just needed to have 4 animals and 4 verbs, and 2 of the verbs rhymed. So now it's your turn. You can have a look at the list of verbs on the newsletter, or you might think of some of your own verbs and think of some animals that might do them and make your own little rhyme. And please don't forget to share your rhyme with me and Aisha. You can write it on paper or on Seesaw and take a photograph and email it to us, or put the email on Seesaw. Or you could make a video and record your voice saying your poem. And you can email that or put that on Seesaw, because me and Aisha really miss you and we really want to see what work you're doing. All right?